No Hampus Lindholm again for the Bruins. He's only played in 3 games this season. Marco Sturm saying this morning that he was going to be a game-time decision day to day, but they wanted to make sure what was best short-term and long-term for him. Zacha shoots the rebound, they score! Casey Mittelstadt following up over at the near post, jams it home. Bruins 1, Ducks nothing.
For him, these 3 guys want to play together. They just need to get some results, and they're going to get it right here. Love the fact that it was started by Michael Callahan. Defenseman just called up because of the injuries on the back end. He makes a simple heads-up play, tape to tape. When that first pass is tape to tape, you get into the rhythm of your offense.
We played 8 minutes. Casey Mittelstadt with the game's only goal. So since he was a healthy scratch in Utah on Sunday at the end of the Bruins road trip, 2 assists against Florida and the opening goal here. Puck sent out in front, they score! That centering feed out in front by Hellison. Looked like it glanced off maybe a Bruins skate. And this game is even at 1.
One here. Mark Castleton felt like he got picked out high. They're in man-on-man coverage. Now, how do you react? Where's the breakdown? Where's the read? Where's the switch? Who's the most dangerous? This is the right defenseman out high. There's the moving pick right there. And then it's a play to the front of the net. Probably went in off McAvoy. Let's see if the overhead will tell us. Yeah, that'll be Hellison's goal.
Now VL crashes in. Zellweger fights off the check. Send it out in front. And Korpisalo, what a stop backdoor on. Zellweger fights off the check. Send it out in front. And Korpisalo, what a stop backdoor on Nestorenko. Now another stop at the far post. Ahead to Pasternak. Got a little room. Wrister just wide. Lindholm trying to jam it out in front. Near side steal by Geekie. Colangelo gets it back. And the Bruins tag up, bring it back in. Geekie, Wrister, he scores! That stick's starting to heat up. Geekie with a snipe. Bruins 2, Ducks 1.
In order to get his sights back to where they were last year, particularly in the second half, talking about Morgan Geekie. And then more recently, he was working on receiving a pass and not fumbling it, not mishandling it, not fighting it. And this is a perfect example where it pays off. But you gotta love the Bruins. They shorten up the ice in the neutral zone, and then they quickly.
But it's only a 1-goal game. Minton slams it to VL. Across, Minton shoots. What a stop by Mrazek. A desperation save going to his right.
Anaheim, it's a good response. There's that opportunity right here for Minton. Did a lot of the right.
Lacombe. And the pass, a good one to Gauthier, but he couldn't receive it. Or pardon me, Carlson. Now Lacombe. Gauthier shoots, he scores! Gauthier in the slot, able to find a hole under Korpisalo. Bruins 2, Ducks 2.
Elevated the puck, but not high enough. And again, we talked about it in the beginning of the game, Judd. Are the Bruins getting better in their team defense, particularly in their own zone with a 5-man road?
Got a little area in the bumper. Now back of the net, Gronlund in a battle with Callahan. Grabbed by Nestorenko. Turns, shoots, blocked, and this shot, they score! Just a little daylight for Jacob Trouba, and it looked like he snuck it under the glove of Jonas Korpisalo, and the Ducks with their first lead of the night. It's 3-2.
To make more plays. The Bruins have bodies back. They're trying to sort it out. See, this is like no man's land for the Bruins defensively. It allows Trouba to get into a spot. He handles it with his skate. He gets into a shooting position, and before Korpisalo can close that short side, it's in the back of the net. But Anaheim, their conversation on the bench is keep the puck in the offensive zone. Force Boston to defend. They're a little in between. Cutting your face when it gets under that visor.
Bruins start with possession. Lorei dusts it off to Arvidsson. Second unit starting because the first unit was on the ice when the penalty was issued. Lorei shoots, he scores! Mason Lorei looked to the heavens after he slammed that one by Mrazek. A power play goal, his first of the season. Carlson, Bruins 3, Ducks 3.
A sticking penalty of the Ducks defenseman is going to cost them, and the Bruins going to tie this game. Look at that release. But Asimon had maybe a chance to get a piece of it. Yoki Haru goes all the way down in order to keep this play alive when the Bruins try to make a play to the slot. That's a heads-up play. Quickly transitions it. Move the puck quick, have a shot mentality. It doesn't have to be a...
Now Terry, Lacombe, 1 minute to go on the kill. Sent out in front. Korpisalo got a piece of that drive by Carlson. Sent out in front, rattled to the near side, Terry. Around a check, around another, sent right of the net, they score. Troy Terry with a couple of dangles. Gronlund fires a power play goal into an empty net. 4-3 Duck.
You're still going to have another teammate in the scoring position. Here's Terry, pump fake around Kaslik, pulls it around McAvoy. I thought he was going in that slot area, but it makes its way all the way across. Yeah, I think that was intended for Vetrano, but there's Granlund to bury it into the empty net.
Lori intercepts, but he couldn't touch the puck with Lindholm still in the zone. Anaheim will start to make some changes. Grabbed by Paling. Out in front, they score! A one-time blast by the Stoneham native, Sam Colangelo. He bangs one in, and Anaheim now on top 5-3 here in Boston.
One long pass up to the offensive blue line that beats them. The back pressure isn't there enough to allow Anaheim to have numbers. That shouldn't happen. The back pressure has got to be there from the neutral zone back to the net. Here's the formation. Pass to the wide side, and they just late on the back check. And Colangelo's the beneficiary.
Could not get the equalizer. Now Peak lost it. It's centered out in front. Carlson denied by Korpisalo. And this one's going to be critical. Down 2 with 5.5 minutes left. Bruins are going to start with possession. McAvoy, Pasternak, shoots, he scores! That's .396 for David Pasternak, a power play goal. Bruins trail the Ducks 5-4.
Mentality right off the bat. And if they're going to try to take away the elbows in the one-timer, whether it's Geeky or Pasternak, rotate out high, have double barrel action towards the front of the net. The low man.
He scored tonight for the Ducks. That tied the game at 1 in the first period. Zadorov powers in, centered, we score! Morgan Geeky took that pass from Nikita Zadorov, wires it by Mrazek. Bruins 5, Ducks 5.
Such a powerful man, a powerful skater. Chip pass up the wall to himself, cuts to the middle, see you later, everybody. And what a nice little backhand feed, and Geeky's ready. He pivots, he gets into a shooting position, no chance for Mrazek. Zadorov with an incredible rush.
They dig away along the near wall. Held in by Anaheim. That took a funny hop. Nestorenko shot it out in front. They score! All alone, Troy Terry lifts it over Korpisalo. The Ducks cash in on a good bounce, and it's 6-5 Anaheim.
As soon as you get to 5-5, wrap it down. It goes off the stanchion. And now you got two Bruins, both defensemen. Now the bounce had something to do with it. You don't track the puck. Now you got Lori and McAvoy looking at the player with the...
Shoots! Deflected back of the net. Recovered by the Bruins. Sent up top. Nice play to keep it in by Zacha. The Ducks intercept. Here's Gronlund around to check. We're going to have a penalty in the Bruins. He scores. Gronlund with the empty netter. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists here tonight. And the Ducks now lead at 7-5.
Draw. As we take a look at the tail end of the play. Little pump fake there by Gronlund. It's a veteran move, veteran play. And you just...
So the Boston Bruins are going to drop their 6th consecutive game. And Anaheim able to separate late in the third period, and they come up victorious 7-5.